And I beat the brush just to dry the bristles. Now let's take a little bit of cad yellow here. And I think today we'll do a picture that's maybe like we're walking through the woods. And so let's start right here with a little bit of cad yellow with just the least little touch of phthalo green in it. And we'll add a little bit more of the green color, and we'll begin making little X's. Just like so. Just work that around. Okay. Now, without cleaning the brush, I'm going to go right into some Prussian blue. Just add it right onto the brush here. Just go out here, and we're making little crisscross strokes, little X strokes. There. Already we begin to have a light source in this painting. Okay, I'm going to clean the brush again. Once again, this is odorless paint thinner. We do not use turpentine. Now, with a nice clean brush, I'm going to take and add just a little bit of titanium white right here in the center. Just a little. And we'll begin working outward. There. By now, maybe you have recognized some of the equipment we're using as something you've seen before. And I learned this fantastic technique from a wonderful man that I think all of us had enjoyed for many, many years on TV, Bill Alexander. And Bill taught me this many years ago, and it is the most fantastic way to paint that you've ever seen. So join us, have some fun. And we'll just blend this out a little bit more here. Till we have a nice smooth sky. There we go. Okay, we'll clean the brush one more time. Now, let's start putting in let's put in some almighty trees here. We're going to start with a little bit of alizarin crimson and a touch of Prussian blue. Now, the Prussian blue is 100 times stronger than the crimson. So use just a little blue and a lot of crimson. And here we're going to begin pushing in basic tree shapes. So just bend the brush. Bend the brush. Make those little leaves and branches just pop right out at you. There he comes. These little son of a guns hide in your brush, and you just have to push them out. This is your world, your creation. Let's put a little one right here. And maybe we'll just put some little grassy areas coming down through here. And right there, there's one. Now you're pushing quite firm here. This is why I say you need an almighty easel when you're doing this, an easel that's strong. Okay. Maybe over here on this side now, we'll add another one, maybe a bigger one over here. There he is. And there's no secret to this. Anybody can paint. Anybody can paint. All you need is a dream in your heart, a little practice. Look at there. Already we have the beginning of a beautiful picture. We have the tree shapes, a light source. Looks to me like it's early in the morning. Okay, now let's put some trunks in these trees. And for that, we'll take a little bit of Van Dyke brown. And let's just lay in some basic trunks here. There we go. And maybe we'll put a little limb right here, like so. Maybe some little something right there. There we are. Okay. Now this little fellow over here, he needs a trunk too. So we'll put one right in here. And maybe some limbs up in here. Right through here. There we go. Just some indications here and there. And some little sticks and twigs. Okay, maybe over in here. There we are. Okay. Now we'll highlight these, and we'll take a little bit of white and a touch of brown mixed together. And remember where your light source is. So this tree we'll highlight right here. Like so. There we are. Now, over on this side, the light's coming through here, so we'll highlight this side of it. Okay, maybe a few little indications up through here. Now comes the fun. Now we can begin putting all the beautiful leaves and stuff on this and just really make it come alive. So here we'll take a little bit of the magic white to thin our paint. One of the golden rules in this is that a thin paint will stick to a thick paint. So anytime you're painting over the top of paint, you need to have a paint that's just a little bit thinner. All righty, we'll take a little bit of phthalo green and a little bit of yellow, and we load the brush full of paint. And our light's coming through here, so we want this side of the tree to be a little brighter than the other side. All right, and then we begin pushing thousands of little leaves on here. Just, they hide in your brush. There they come. Just a little on this side over here, because not as much light's going to strike. Little's going to come through, but not as much. And look at that. In just a matter of a few minutes, we have a beautiful tree. Okay, now maybe this little tree over here, we'll put a little highlight on him. And once again, we're using a paint that's a little bit thinner so that it sticks. And the first thing that you have to do when you're doing this is start with an oil paint that's very, very firm. Your base paint has to be extremely firm. If you start with a thin, loose paint, you're going to become a mud mixer. You have to have a thick paint on the base coat in order to get this thinner paint to stick. Now let's begin building some little bushes and stuff in here. All right, look at that. You can do it. I know you can. There, look there. Okay, let's move up to this big tree in the front here, and let's put some nice little leaves up here on him. You have to bend that brush. If the brush doesn't bend, you're not going to get all these beautiful little leaves, these little actions that happen. Okay, maybe there's a nice little bush that lives right here. You know, if you've ever walked through the woods early in the morning, all the little creatures are out here. They're all playing in the bushes and stuff. This is where they live, in all these bushes. Okay, let's put something on this side now. Nice little bush here. Just let your imagination run wild. Let your heart be your guide. In the time you sit around worrying about it and trying to plan a painting, you could have completed a painting already. Let it happen. Let it happen. You know, for so many years, I was a traditional painter. And I would spend sometimes weeks just working on a picture, drawing it out, getting all the little sketches and stuff. And then I'd go back and spend maybe a month trying to fill in the blocks. And here, we let it happen. It comes right out of here. It's in you. And you put it on the canvas. Okay, let's see. Let's try this big old tree here. Put some nice little leaves on him. There we go. Okay, let's try. I've added a little permanent red with my color now, just to give us a little different value. Okay. Now, you know, if we're going to walk through the woods, we need a little path. So let's take a little bit of Van Dyke brown here, and let's build us a happy little path. And we're just going to take the knife and let this path sort of just wander right down through here. There we go. Just let him wander around, play, have fun. Okay. There, we got us a nice little path. Now we need to highlight that path, so I'll take just a little bit of white, and we'll just take and barely touch the canvas here, just enough so we can highlight where the sun's sparkling through here. There. See how easy that is? Let that paint break. And now, in order to set the path down into the painting, we'll add some bushes that project up over the path here and there. Just push them in. There we go. And you can see how that makes it just literally drop right into the painting. Okay. Let's put some more land areas in here. Maybe there's some nice little areas coming down through here. Just like so. And we'll have some over here. And follow the angle of your land. There we go. There we go. There. And maybe, as we're walking through the woods here, maybe it rained last night. Maybe it came a nice little rain and there's little puddles. You know, after it rains, you always have little rain puddles. So let's take a little touch of the Prussian blue here. It will just make us a little puddle. And we put some Prussian blue on the brush, and we take here and pull downward. Just pull downward, like so. There we go. Okay, see how easy it is to do? Now, very gently, we'll come across this way, just to give it a watery effect. Now, if you want to put highlights in here, maybe you could take just a little touch of the titanium white on your brush and pull down. And it'll give it sort of a sheen. There. And then, once again, just come across just enough to give it a nice watery feel. You can overdo this part very easily. Okay, I'll wash off the old brush. now we can take a little more of the Van Dyke brown, and we can just make little puddles out of this. Maybe it comes down like so, right through there. There we are. Okay, little puddle. And we'll just make this a little separate puddle back here. Just like that. Okay, then we'll take a little bit of brown and white, and we'll lay a little highlight on there. There we go. And in your world, you can do anything that your heart desires. My home is in Fairbanks, Alaska, and I spend a lot of time walking around in the woods and talking to trees, and squirrels and little rabbits and stuff. And I look at a lot of nature. And if painting teaches you nothing else, it'll teach you to look at nature with different eyes. It'll teach you to see things that have been there all your life and you've never noticed. And if it does nothing else but make you enjoy nature, it's worthwhile. So, look around. Look at what we have. Beauty is everywhere. You only have to look to see it. Okay. And I talk too much sometimes, so we'll go back to painting here. Take a little bit of the thin white paint here, and we'll put some little water lines back in here. Okay, just like so. There we go. There. And maybe some little water lines right here. This is just the thin white paint, and you literally just cut right into the canvas with it. And let's smooth that out. There we go. Okay, now while I have the knife here, I'm going to take and just cut a few little sticks here and there. And all we're doing is just literally cutting right through the paint so the canvas shows through. And it makes a multitude of little sticks. And these little sticks help create the illusion of distance in a painting. All different planes. Okay. Now then, let's put some bushes and stuff right down here on the grass, on this soil area. There we go. There they are. There they are. They just live right here in your brush, and you just drop them right in. There. Okay. Now, let's take and do this. Let's put some land right down through here. Back to the Van Dyke brown, a little bit of white. There we go. We'll lay a little highlight on here. There. And we'll put a few little bushes and stuff right out here. See how easy that is? Okay, a few more little water lines in there. Just let them happen. Each week we'll try to do paintings that are designed to teach you something different, something new, something exciting, just to keep your interest going. Okay, now, let's play a little bit here. Let's have a happy little tree right in here. So I'm going to start with the Van Dyke brown, and we'll make his little trunk here. There he goes. Doo-doo, boop, boop, boop. Straight Van Dyke brown to start with. we'll just turn the knife and give him little foots to stand on. There. And maybe he needs another little arm out here, so we'll just give him one. This is your creation. You can do anything here that you want to do. Just let it happen. There. Now, and we'll give him some little leaves, and we'll use some more of the alizarin crimson, touch of Prussian blue. Okay, we need dark in order to show light, so first we'll put some dark on here. We'll put some happy little leaves here and there. When we see you next week, I hope you have your almighty easel set up, the colors ready, your big brushes all primed and ready to go, and do an almighty painting with us here. Very quickly, while I'm finishing this up, I'll go over the colors one more time that we use. Titanium white, phthalo green, Prussian blue, Van Dyke brown, alizarin crimson, sap green, cad yellow, and permanent red. Only 8 colors that you need. Okay, now let's put some highlights on this pretty little tree right here. I use just a little touch more of the permanent red in this one, so he'll stand out a little more. See how easy it is to create a tree right here in your world? There we go. And maybe down here, maybe there's some nice little bushes and stuff happening right in here. There we go. All right, maybe right there, another one. Okay. Here and there, I'm going to put just a few little sticks and stuff. Like that. Just once again to build some distance in here. We want this to have a lot of depth in it. And we'll cut in a few little sticks here and there, like so. You getting excited yet? You ready to paint with us? You can do it. Okay. And I think this painting's far enough along, we'll just sign this rascal. And I sign the painting with a script liner brush, a little bit of oil, and I use red paint, but whatever color you prefer. Okay. And we'll just sign that rascal. I hope you've enjoyed this painting. Next week, we're looking forward to seeing you. We hope you have your brush ready, a dream in your heart that you want to put on canvas. And join us right here for the joy of painting. And you too can build fantastic pictures. You can take them from here and put them on there. Until next week, happy painting from all of us here.